In this presentation, we will provide a brief introduction of the rhetorical strategy, call to duty, which is included in Paine's Crisis Number 1, paragraph 8. Within this paragraph, he will urge his fellow countrymen to arm up against the crown and come together. Within closer analysis, there are multiple strategies that Paine uses that provides an overall success for the men he urges to motivate.
To understand the emotion and motive behind this speech, you must know of the man who spoke it. Thomas Paine, born in 1737, was a philosopher and political activist. His writing heavily influenced the American Revolution and helped in paving the way for the Declaration of Independence. At this point in the independence movement, Paine wanted as much help in the revolution as he could get, so he says, "I call not upon a few, but upon all." He says this in an attempt to gain help in battle. Paine is trying to get the troops to feel like they have been betrayed and that there is a reason for them to be loyal to Paine. Paine states, "Not all treasures of the world, so far as I believe, could have induced me to support an offensive war, for I think it murder. But if a thief breaks into my house, burns and destroys my property, and kills or threatens to kill me or those who are in it, and to bind me in all cases whatsoever to his absolute will, am I to suffer it?" He is trying to say that the enemy is like the thief and that they are the ones who are being robbed. He is explaining that they should be wanting to fight back against the enemy.
To show importance over a main concept that Paine discusses, he brings about the idea of unification, or the inevitable consequences they will suffer if they refuse to unify together against enemy troops. Paine states, "Let it be told to the future world that in the depth of winter, when nothing but hope and virtue could survive, that the city and the country, alarmed at one common danger, came forth to meet and to repulse it. This is meant to bring to light that at a time when nobody believed they could stand a chance in war, that they managed to come together as one and fight with their hearts, that in the end proved to be successful. Had they not come together as an army, their troops would have remained in a state of hopelessness. With one common danger in mind, that being the enemy troops, in an uplifting speech given to the troops by General Washington, the men became enlightened with a new optimistic mindset that continued to motivate them for the rest of the revolution." To further the implication of unification and coming together under one commonality, Paine writes with sincerity, "It matters not where you live or what rank of life you hold, the evil or the blessing will reach you all. The far and the near, the home counties and the back, the rich and the poor, will suffer or rejoice alike." He makes sure to tell the people that it doesn't matter where you are from, or whether or not you are rich or poor, or if you are close or far from the war, because in the end it will affect everyone. Within this statement, his aim is to recruit people to join the ranks and arm up against these foreign evil. He attempts to show the people that despite their differences, there are times like such that they are in that should bring them together to form a strong bond to show their unity. Regardless of background, he urges them to join the cause or at least consider. He acknowledges that if they lose the war, their ruler King George will be angered. But if they win, then to them it is a blessing because they will have gained their independence and the ability to create a nation with their desirable beliefs to govern themselves. For better or for worse, he strongly suggests why they should unite at all costs to protect their natural liberties.
One of the first strategies Thomas Paine used to convince the men to join together and unite against their common enemy was his appeal to duty. He states, "I call upon not a few, but upon all, not on this state or that state, but on every state." He's appealing to each and every soldier, saying that he doesn't want one or two men. He needs them all to step up and unite to join against their common cause. It's not a fight for one state, but instead it's a fight for all states to participate in and do their duty. The second strategy is how he appeals to fear. He states, "The blood of the children will curse his cowardice." Stating that those who are cowards will see their own children's blood. They will be cursed knowing the fact that they have brought death upon everyone and failed to do their duty. If they had joined the cause to action, they could have instead helped and made it so everyone could have lived. But now they will be cursed in hell, knowing forever the sins they have committed. The third strategy is how he appeals to masculinity. Paine states, "I love a man that can smile in trouble, that can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflections." His love for someone who can be so strong in the darkest of times, praising their masculinity and also saying that those who fail to be brave are not masculine.
In this quote, Paine is attempting to convince his readers to enlist in the army by saying he will honor those who have served. He is also implying that people will respect you for risking your life for their independence, even if you are just a farmer. In other words, he's saying that people consider you an important and superior being due to your courageous acts, even if you are just a farmer that is not valued by the common people. The rhetorical strategy used in this paragraph plays an important role in the overall argument. Basic human nature causes us to be very selfish, and we tend to take care of ourselves over others. Paine uses this to his advantage by showing the reader what they can obtain from serving that will benefit them. Otherwise, the idea of fighting in a battle against a worldly superpower without getting anything out of it is not too intriguing. He also uses strong language such as cowardice to describe those who do not serve, claiming that they are too scared to fight.